Hey, this is Bry. Let's go, hero. Second one of these videos today. If you're interested in my creative process, you may find this interesting. If you're not, you probably won't. But I have a lot of coaches who ask me how I create content, and they're interested in doing so for their clients and community as well. So I thought I'd share some ideas. In my first video, I shared the fact that I started off today sluggish, 9096 on Aura, but I just didn't quite have it the way that I like to have it. I'm often able to drop in quickly, start creating very quickly at a high level that I'm proud of, etc. That wasn't the case this morning, to which I said, perfect, and I got started. Can't read my writing, can you? Started out as scribbles for me, but figured I'd share it. I just got started, right? Sluggish, who cares? Type. My fingers hit the keyboard. That's my job. I don't judge it. I put more characters on the screen and I see what comes out and I keep on doing it. I literally have on my piece of paper that I use as my instruction manual that I will not share with you right now because it's private, but I say don't be precious. Write. Just create. And then once I get started, especially on days that I'm not feeling it, I take pride in showing up. Having good, bad days. I'm a professional. I show up and do what needs to get done. I put in the reps. I know that's part of the process. Let's go. Then I often get on a roll, which happened today. And then I keep shooting, right? This is a Lanny Basham idea. World-class Olympic gold medal winning rifle shooter who I need to invite to join us for the Heroic Mastery Series. Forgot about Lanny. Let me make a note on that. I'll make a note. Lanny. I'll remember you. We've got that Mastery Series starting February 1st. Quick little, not really a promo, but quick little heads up. February 1st, day 32 of the year is when the average American quits on themselves and on their New Year's resolutions. That's when we launch Heroic Mastery. Cannot wait to share. I just did a +1 on Seth Godin and his new book called The Practice. Check out the Philosopher's Note on that. This is how I get source material for my +1s, obviously. I go back through the Philosopher's Notes. The Practice, Seth Godin is just so good. Let's see, Heroic Mastery. Heroic Mastery begins February 1st. Check it out. We're going to have some fun. Country living, check it out. That's a picture. Downloading like it's 1999 on Starlink. Still a little spotty out here in the country. Let's go. I'm going to have 101 sessions live with me every single day, and I'm going to bring in some of my favorite teachers. This is a long aside. Got to bring Lanny Basham in to chat with me. I've already got a ton of people lined up. I'm starting with the guys and women that have had the most impact on my life, which are Phil Stutz and John Mackey. Phil Stutz, obviously my coach for 6 years. Shoot, as of tomorrow, happy anniversary, us. John Mackey is another one of my mentors, founder of Whole Foods, wrote the book Conscious Capitalism, Conscious Leadership. Those are the first two guests in our Heroic Mastery series, Chats with Masters segment. To that, we've got William Damon coming in, who's the leading authority. We need to update this still. The leading authority on moral development, Joe DeSena, Tal Ben-Shahar, Cal Newport, Gretchen Rubin, Gabrielle Oettingen, Hal Elrod, Stephen Collar, Donald Robertson, Tom Morris, Nir Ayal, Steve Chandler. Did I say Joe DeSena? Tons of people. Anyway, Lanny Basham, rifle shooter. When you're on a roll, keep shooting. Don't stop. Keep going. Now, I don't know how many of the +1s I had strike throughs on when I did the last video, but I hit my 30 target, then I extended it. And now I'm going to try to film 45 +1s when I'm in the studio tomorrow. I've done that before, but that's a lot. That's going to take me an hour and a half per 15, hour and a half, 3 hours, 4.5 hours to do. Perfect. All in. Let's go. I'm 7.5 hours of deep work into the day right now. My target was 5.1, and that's me systematically chipping away. And by the way, I'm not thinking about doing, 30, 45 +1s. I'm thinking about doing 1 +1. I'm stringing the pearl. I'm doing the next thing. And I'm also challenging myself. And I'm digging for a book right now. My library's a mess, folks. But I've got a book I just read David Goggins' new book, Never Finished. That dude makes me look like I'm standing still. We're capable of a lot more than we think. Stretch, push yourself. I don't know how many plus ones I've done today, but I think I've already exceeded my all-time high max, and I'm not done yet. Anyway, get started. Who cares if you're not feeling it? Be a professional, show up, just start. Do the first 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 60, 80, 90, 120 seconds, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, boom. Then you might get some momentum. Then keep shooting, oscillate, take breaks, obviously. I've been taking regular breaks, after 60, 75, 90 minutes. Maybe I'll go 2 hours. I'll take at least 10, 15 minutes off. Today I've been a little bit more abridged, worked out for 30 minutes. Perfect. Now, the other thing to consider is to finish. When I start a plus one, I finish that plus one. I don't think I've ever started one that I didn't finish. And I've now done 1,400. I'm working on number 1,445, right? So I've done a few reps here. I've learned a few things. You do 1,000 of anything, you get reasonably, good at it, hopefully better with each chunk of reps you put in. But I finish. Right? I don't get precious. Again, see prior, no. Don't be precious. Get it done, iterate, done, next. I try not to judge my work. I try to not think of myself and am I a good writer? Am I impressing people with my style? I'm trying to communicate. I'm trying to help one person. If I can help one person with one idea, I won. Boom. Get started, keep shooting, finish. And then the other big idea for me here is large quantums of time. I have not had any inputs today. I told my team yesterday, crush it, catch up, do what you need, what you know needs to get done. You're welcome. I'll quit pestering you with little things. I'm going deep. So it's 3:33 p.m. Favorite number 3s and 1s. I haven't been online yet. I've been working now I track my time on my little Timex here, for 9 hours and 16 minutes. Put in 7.5 hours of deep work on that in that chunk of time. But I've gone deep for an extended period of time. Peter Drucker calls it large quantums of time. So check out the app, right? You can go to the app and you can search is new. Search is so cool. Here's the good bad days, by the way, thing that I talked about in the first video. So if we look up Drucker, what will we find? I just typed in Drucker in the search in the app. Peter Drucker on creativity. Time management, Peter Drucker style. How to make good decisions. Strengths and weaknesses. You want to create a ton? Have a very large wastebasket for things you shouldn't be doing. That's great. Now what needs to get done? Task switching is expensive. Here's a related idea. I'm not going back and forth. When I do plus ones, I do plus ones. I'm just all in. I've done, again, over 30. I'm approaching 40 in 2 days. Reading and thinking go together. Strong people, great idea. Always have strong weaknesses too. Where's this quantums of time though? First things first, second things not at all, Peter Drucker says. Single-mindedly one-touching things. Whatever's most important, single-mindedly one-touch it. That's what I just said with the plus ones. Inspiration clock. What time does it strike for you? Strikes for me first thing every morning. Let's go. Morning routines. Do I not have quantums of time? All right, we're going to go to the philosopher's note on the effective executive. This is what it looks like in the app, right? So you can click in. I've taken as you know, if you follow along, I've taken the book and I've distilled it into the big ideas that can change our lives, little highlighter effect. Let's go. Know thy time. What can I contribute? Secret of effectiveness, concentration. Is it there? I think I know where I need to go to look for that. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Yep, here we go. He says that an executive will never have enough time, basically. Then he says, the more an executive focuses on upward contribution, the more will he require fairly big continuous chunks of time. The more he switches from being busy to achieving results, the more will he shift his sustained efforts which require a fairly big quantum of time to bear fruit. Yet to get even that half day or those 2 weeks of really productive time requires self-discipline and an iron determination to say no. Awesome. All right, I'm going to wrap this one up. Time blocks is another way to describe it. Gary Keller talks about that. It's his number one strategy. Check out our notes on the one thing. We'll link to that in the show notes. Cal Newport talks about it in Deep Work. He says that quality work is a function of time times focus. And that's actually the origin of my soul force equation. Yeah. You got to focus your energy, but first you got to get your energy dialed in. Then you got to focus that on what's truly important now. Then you got to do that consistently. If you do it, you activate your soul force. Your power is infinite. Day one, let's go, hero.